see your faces again. It's been so lovely to see so many of you over the past 2 days. Rabbi Eve, I'm so happy to be here with you again to hear the story of, Pippi Longstocking? Shoot, I forgot again. What is it, Rabbi
I'll give
Eve?
you a hint. It's got something to do with this little guy right
What
here.
is inside of it?
It's my whale. Let's see, what's inside of the whale? You're,
It's Jonah, you guys. Jonah is inside the whale. Can you
that's
guys
right.
see him? There he is.
We are going to use this time together to both learn about the story of Jonah, but also set some intention for the coming year. Think about what are the things that we want to be doing, how we might want to be doing things, etc., etc., more and more. But we started with the words Hine Matov. How wonderful it is, how good it is when we come together, because there is something, if anything, that we've learned in these last number of months. It is how good it feels to see faces that we find to be familiar. The work of the story of Jonah is to understand what feels good and think about the things that maybe we feel uncomfortable doing and how we can bring them together. So before we tell the story of Jonah, I want to just think for a minute about what it means to make peace, to bring peace into the world. Sometimes maybe we feel peaceful when we're at an ocean. I wish I were at an ocean right now. It's just a background. Sometimes we think about how we bring peace by the ways that we treat each other. Sometimes we bring peace simply by giving ourselves a break and taking a moment. So we want to think about how we bring peace to the world as we start to get ready for the story of Jonah and we sing Oseh Shalom. And when we do Oseh Shalom here, many of you know these movements, but just to review, when we sing Oseh Shalom, we say Oseh Shalom bimromav, God who makes peace up high. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. We want to grab that peace and bring it down to us. That's the work on Yom Kippur. We're bringing the peace down. Ve'al Kol Yisrael, we're going to spread it. Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, we go even bigger because we want to spread our peace not just to the people who live in our community, but all around the world. And then we tell our friends. Ve'imru, Imru, Amen. We're going to sing Oseh Shalom now.
Oseh Shalom bimromav. Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Tell your friends. Ve'imru, imru, amen.
Oseh Shalom Vimromav. We sing the words, God who makes peace up high, help us to bring peace down right here, right where we live. And the story of Jonah is a story that I feel really asks us how we might bring peace to the world. What is our job? And I want to start with a couple of questions for you to discuss. You can answer them in the chat. You can have a conversation with your family. Because the story of Jonah is about modeling behavior, about doing the right thing so other people will learn from you. So my first question is, has anyone here ever tried to run away from something? There was something maybe you wanted to do or you didn't want to do, but you tried to run away from it. Can I see any hands? Has anyone tried to run away from a responsibility or from something that you need to be doing? Yeah.
Excuse me, Rabbi Eve.
Yes, sir.
Just a sec. These are my two little whales that Taya crocheted for me.
That's very kind of her. Thank you for sharing them with me, Max. I like them very much. So, the story of Jonah is a story both about running away from something we don't want to be doing. It's also the story about standing up to do something even when it's hard. And that's what we're going to talk about. What is something that maybe you didn't want to do or something that was hard? And how do we come back from that? So I'm going to tell the story of Jonah, and I thought that I might have us do some movements for it. So I'll tell you what movements to do while we're telling the story, and if they work for you, great, and if they don't work for you, you don't have to do them. It's so fun that way. So we're going to start with our Jonah. Let's see. Okay. One day, God called to Jonah. You use your ear. Jonah was listening. God said, Jonah, there are people in a city far away, and they are treating each other poorly. Angry face. Don't be mean to each other. Jonah was told that he should stop what he's doing and go right to the city and tell the people to change their behavior. Jonah didn't like it. Can you show me your worried face? Or maybe your I'm not doing it face? I'm not doing it, Jonah said. No, thank you. I'm not getting involved. And so he gets on a boat and he goes in the other direction. Uh-oh. It was stormy seas. Can you rock like the boat? You're on a boat and it's rocking and it's rocking and they're going and this storm came out of nowhere. Why did the storm come? Because Jonah made God angry. The sailors didn't know what was happening and they kept thinking, what's different? What's different about this? Why is this storm here? And all of a sudden they realized it was Jonah. And so they kicked Jonah off the boat. He went flying. And just as he was about to take his first stroke, he got swallowed by a whale. Uh-oh. What's it like inside a whale? I imagine that it's dark. So when I tell this part, I have my blanket right here. Look, I'm inside the whale. It's getting dark in here. Very dark. Jonah was inside the whale and he didn't know what to do. The whale was swimming. He was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Jonah has no choice but to pray to God to get out. He can't think of another way. And so Jonah starts to have a prayer with God. Please, God, let me out of this whale. I'll do what I need to do. Just let me out of the whale. It's so dark and I don't like it and I need to be on land. And the whale takes a big breath. Ready? And spits Jonah out until he lands on the dry land. And now Jonah knows what he needs to do. He needs to go to the far-off city. So he starts on a walk. And he's traveling. And he knows he can't go the wrong way anymore. He knows he has to go back. And he gets to the city. And he's really nervous. Because it's not something he really wanted to do. It doesn't feel good to tell people sometimes that they're doing the wrong thing. Or that they're not making a good choice. Especially if you're afraid that they're going to be mad at you for telling them that. But he gets to the city and he speaks out. And he tells them that you need to be kind to each other. You can't have a city where we're not kind. You've got to do this. Listen, I was in a whale. Come on. And so the people listen to the words of Jonah. They listen to the word from God. And they start to change their ways. But this is a little bit frustrating for Jonah. God forgives the people. And Jonah is a little bit confused why God would forgive the people so quickly. When somebody does something not nice, it's sort of hard sometimes to want to forgive and let people move on. It really bothered Jonah. So Jonah asked God, God, did you really just do that? Did you really just forgive them? Just like that? And God says, yes. Everyone has the power to forgive. Everyone has the chance to show that they can be loving and act in kindness. Everyone can change. We read the story of Jonah on Yom Kippur afternoon because, first of all, it's a super fun story, thinking about being inside a whale. And because the story of Jonah is the story of doing hard things, even when we don't really want to, even when it might feel a little bit scary or might not necessarily be the thing that we really want to be doing, even when we might even still be nervous about it. Jonah has to go do the right thing because it's how we grow and it's how we change in the new year. And so when we sing the words about peace, we started with Hine Matov, about how good it is to be together. And then we sang Oseh Shalom, asking God to help us bring peace here. Our job on Yom Kippur with this story is to increase the peace in the world, to increase the kindness, and to increase the love. So we'll sing Shalom Rav and Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu.
So I don't know if you've ever danced just with your hands or just with your arms, really, but I love dancing while sitting down. I'm sitting on a chair right now, and I'm going to use my arms to dance into this song. So I want to kind of see how you guys do this too. So can you take one arm and kind of put it up for me so I can, there they are, all your arms. So I want to see what you might do with your arm to dance. It's kind of a slow song. Oh my gosh, you guys, amazing. Can you try it with two arms? Okay, so that's how I want you to dance your way through this song. Here we go. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. You look beautiful. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Are you guys looking at each other? Can you see all your awesome dance moves? You guys look great. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atzahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atzahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. That was so beautiful, amazing dancing. So the next song is about bringing peace into the world, just like Rabbi Eve said. It's called Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. That's really all the words you need to know. Can we try saying that together? I'm going to say a word, and then I want you to repeat it after me. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. You guys did it, perfect. So the first part of the song, we're gonna clap. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam. It sounds kind of funny in my house because all I can hear is my own clapping, but I'm gonna trust that you guys are doing it too. The second part, we reach our hands up. Where'd my hands go? There they are. We reach them up. Oh, there they are. And we sway back and forth. And the words to this part are Salam, Salam, Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, peace for us and all the world. Salam, Salam. Do you remember the first part with the clapping? Yeah, are you guys ready? Okay, we're gonna put both of those parts together. Here we go. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam. You guys are doing the clapping. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam. Arms up. Salam. Aleinu. shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Thank you so much for singing with me, everyone.
It's a beautiful prayer that take us into the new year, into this new time. We heard the story of Jonah and the whale running away from things we might not want to do, but ultimately knowing that the work that we do, even when we may not want to, can really help people to be their best selves and can help us to be our best selves as well. Maybe this be the year that we bring peace to us, to everyone, most importantly, to the entire world. Shana Tova. You can all unmute yourselves now if you want and have a little chat with each other.